let's start it off though. I mean, we got the main man Chuck now. Let's get into it, dude. What's the name, or why did you go with Chuck Hess? I really wanted to ask you about the logo on your stream too, and like when'd you get into streaming?
Well, let me preface it with I've been on disability for, at that point, probably 4 to 5 years, and I was really kind of lost. When you realize you can't do the things you did before. I was still having fun doing my hobby, and then I heard about streaming. And I thought, okay, well, because I had already been, obviously, everybody's social. You know all the platforms, and you see people streaming, and you see people doing stuff on YouTube. So I said, you know what? Maybe I do this. I'll do my hobby, because I was a gamer throughout my life, but not intense. So I said, I got to have a niche. So I did my hobby, which is diecast, 1/64 scale customizations, and in fact, I can show you a picture here while we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'll put one up here in the background. And so anyway, I said, okay, I'll do this. And so I did it. And next thing you know, I started.
Sick. That's fucking, I'm sorry. That's cool. Fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's in 1/64 scale now. You got to understand how small that is,
Yeah.
And so
I know, Chuck. Thank you for the. I'm also.
We didn't want to. Yeah, we didn't want to say it.
Thank you, Chuck. I know what 1/64 looks like. Okay. I see it every day.
Exactly. Look, if for those of you watching Greg stream, you see Streamer Dad there. That is one of the very first people I met streaming.
Oh, awesome.
And so anyway, so I did it. I started off, and I thought, okay, well, where would I go? And I heard PewDiePie had gone to DLive, and so I said, okay, I'll start with DLive.
Okay.
And so I did.
And what year was that too?
2018.
Okay.
So about 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I started about the same time.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. That's right around when I started.
Yeah. So I started doing that, and there were a couple people who, they were interested. They really were. And so I kept going, and by April of 2019, I had met CaptaiNShambles, a few other people. I didn't meet Fluff till later that year, I think. And
oh, you guys have known each other for a while then.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I kept doing that, and then people started asking me, well, do you game? And I'm like, yeah, I've been a gamer since like Atari, dude. I'm the original guy who turned the knob. Anyway,
I was gonna insert an old joke, but you did it for me. So
yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this Fatheaded Noob is also one of the first DLive guys I met way back when. And when I applied for my partnership,
Yeah.
And he turned me down, and it's totally fair. I mean, it's absolutely fair, because it was I didn't have quite the numbers that I needed and so forth. So I sent him a letter back, and I said, I'll do it. You watch, I will do it. Fatheaded Noob can confirm that. But anyway, we were doing it. No, not at all, man. Not at all. I'll tell you right now, Fatheaded Noob is like up. He's a straight up dude, man. That guy's awesome.
He's cool.
I have no problems with him. He worked with us, and he did great. So I did the diecast thing for months, and people started asking, well, do you game? I said, yeah, I game. Of course I game. I love gaming. So they said they wanted me to try some gaming, and I can't even remember what the heck I started with. I did some old school stuff. I hooked up my N64,
like retro. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of retro stuff.
Yeah,
I hooked up my NES once, and started doing that, and then I started hitting Sea of Thieves with CaptaiNShambles.
Oh, nice.
And oh man, it took off from there, and that's when I actually got my partnership. Was during that era, where
Hell
I
yeah.
was doing a lot of Sea of Thieves.
I've always wanted to play that game. Just looks fun.
Oh, it
Goofy.
is a lot of fun.
Good
It
role
is a lot of
play.
fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a really good time.
So, I did it. How I came up with the name. Okay. I have never been one for, I mean, I can come up with good slogans. I've done political stuff, you know, blah,
Turtle
blah, blah.
Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right. I was gonna say, like, we got like Liz is literally, my wife's in my chat right now going, so many slogans to keep up with. It literally says
So many.
so you're killing it in that department for sure.
So you know, I had a couple of names. I do have one that I've had for years that was actually my CB handle. Which also
cool.
worked because I was in politics, and that was Mr. President. I was known as Mr. President.
Nice.
And then we had another one which was the name of a car that my friend had come up with in California for a 73 Cadillac sedan DeVille, because we both enjoyed old cars. And he called it Battleac. Well, I bought the Battleac off him with the Battleac plates, so I became Battleac.
Oh,
well, the thing is, I never really liked monikers that way.
Yeah.
And so I just said, you know what? I'm who I am. If you don't like me, I don't give a damn. I'm going to call myself my name. You know how to find me. You know where to find me. You can find me everywhere on socials and so forth. And if you like what I say, great. If you don't, great. It's a free country. I've always believed it's a free country. If you like what I do, great. Hang around. If you don't like what I do, go move on, because I don't need your crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no reason that some of us, Swansea, what's up, buddy? There's no reason that some of us who have really some different views on life can't agree on certain things. This is something I've always learned.
Yeah.
And always held to, is that it doesn't matter what somebody thinks. If you have some common ground that you can agree with, dude, there's no reason you can't be friends unless they punch you in the face, or stab you in the back.
yeah.
Well, yeah, nobody would do that. They would know I would kill them.
Right.
Hold on, let me just write that down. Let me just write that down really quick.
The YouTubes.
In Minecraft, yeah, in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, you're fine.
I'll tell you right now, Chuck will fucking murder you all right? So you
but that's the way it was. I can never hide behind a moniker. I just can't. Because if I'm speaking, I'm going to speak for me. I want you to know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
This is how I also believe. I'm not saying anybody does this. I'm not saying anything, but I'm a straightforward guy. I'm not going to lie to you. And I feel when you hide, some people who hide behind their monikers, they do it so they can be vicious. So they do it because they're jerks in real life, and they want to be jerks online. And I just can't be like that.
Yep.
I am who I am. If you like me, you're my friend. If you don't, go F off.
No, I love that. I love that a lot. Like, that was one thing when, like, I started streaming, is the same, like you said, I couldn't be somebody different. Like, I do this Dr. Cap disrespect thing where, like, I put the wig on and I do the sunglasses and I have the fake thing.
Cool.
I did that shit for like an hour and I was fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like, I broke characters so many, and I had I fucking practiced. I did this for a charity event for Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. Like, I practiced and everything.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Right now,
I remember that.
That shit is just so hard to do, to be somebody else and to put this thing. Some people, and I'm not taking away from the ones that do that. Like, some people, hey, this is their escape and everything.
Yeah.
But if you're using your escape to be vicious, fuck you.
That's
So,
right.
like, that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. Like, I feel what you're saying with that. Like, if you want to make a persona and a character and then be this thing, then be that. But but doing it to be to hey, I'm evil on the inside, so I want to be able to do that on the outside and fuck with people like that. Then like, nah,
and causing harm.
I don't take that shit.
Yeah, because I mean, realistically, let's talk about generalities. Everybody wants to be liked. But if you can't be liked for who you really are, then who are you really fooling? Are you fooling them, or are you fooling yourself?
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. You're
man.
just trying to pretend. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said, you know what? My name's Chuck Hess. That's who I am.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna dox the shit out of you now. No,
right.
No, listen. Hold on. I got a great story about this, dude. I got a great story.
Yeah, let's go into it.
Great story. Okay.
Hell
So
yeah.
anyway, I'm doing something on the internet. I'm showing it live, right?
Sure.
And all of a sudden, people are going, "You're gonna dox yourself." And I said, "You know what? I'm in Indiana. Come fuck with me."
Right. Yeah,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Take
Right.
my poor credit score away from me? The fuck?
You're gonna pay off my debt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna pay off my debt for me? You know what I mean?
Start a
I-
401k in my name.
Right. Like I'm scared of anybody on this fucking planet.
Right.
I mean, give me a freaking
Right.
break, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
Right,
You know?
streamer dad. Perfect. You have to find a shack in the woods.
I know. It's true. Find me in the woods.
I love
Somebody's
that.
gonna steal Chuck's identity and then immediately give it back.
Now you can have that, dude. Yeah, you can have that.
Actually, I'm gonna turn myself in. I took over a lot worse than what I thought. I was
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna turn
This is worse than my
myself in.
identity.
Yeah, you know, it's I'll give you my number right now. I don't give a
Yeah.
damn.
Mhm.
What are you gonna do? Hurt me?
I feel that too. I don't know if you guys feel this, and obviously you, Chuck, right? But like me getting longer into the streaming journey, it's been like 2.5 years. I've doxed myself so many times. A lot of people know my last name.
Yeah.
Some people know my addresses on accident or even by
Talking about the
purpose.
Navy,
Yeah.
absolutely have said my entire full name before
Yeah.
because that's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it just,
Yeah.
like, it fucking happens.
But
you
at
know?
this point, like, what can people do besides, you know, obviously cops or whatever? But it's like,
Yeah.
that's
they
it.
could fuck up and come to my house. That'd be a bad idea
Yeah.
for them. But yeah, they could fuck up.
Yeah.
Put it this way: if you can screw my life up worse than I've done myself, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm done.
Chuck's like, fucking do it.
You Chuck, please, I need it,
Just
dude.
do it.
Dude, he's sitting
Go
there
ahead.
like, you fucking dox me right now.
Yeah.
If
Hey,
you guys don't, you're pussies.
Come to my
A
house.
bunch of
Come on,
pussies.
pretty boy.
Oh my god, dude! I'm not messing with Chuck, dude. I'm not trying to get on your bad side ever,
Hell
dog.
no, hell no. I just want to eat
Holy.
pancake. I want to eat flapjacks with Chuck. Bussy,
Facts, dude.
bussy.
What's
Okay.
what's the story
hold
on
on.
the? Oh, go on. Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
answer.
go on.
Let me answer the third part of that question.
Yeah,
How
thank
did
you,
I
thank
come up with my logo?
Exactly. Yeah.
My logo was actually a background that Marlboro, way back in the day when the internet was first out, created a website where those of you or those of us who participate in smoking could go and create our own background. Well, I did. I created 3 backgrounds. Let me share them. If this works right. And so I did. I went there and I created 3 backgrounds. And this is one of them, which is my main one.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of the way, Chuck.
And so get out of the way.
That's fucking sick, though. I love that
And
shit.
so
That's sick.
all I did, you know, I chose the red. I dug the smoke in the back, and then obviously CH me, and then the 2 double wolves. We're a big fan of huskies in this household,
Okay.
and
I grew
so
up on Huskies, too. Yeah.
I've always loved wolves and huskies and horses.
Mhm.
And I saw that, and I was like, you know what? My dog's name was Wolfgang, my husky. Great, the best dog I ever owned, and we
love
owned.
huskies.
And so I thought, well, put one to the left, point them on the inside, let their tails hang out, and call it Chuck's Hess Double Wolf Ranch.
Ooh, I like that.
And then I created this one, which I use also, but not as often. And I have it in both red and black. I'll show you the black one. And this is the compass one, or the compass modem, or the motif.
Mhm.
And that's this one.
Oh, that one's lit too.
Yeah.
I
Clean.
like that. Navy
And
style, I like the compass because like just the whole nautical thing. And
Right.
Real
yeah.
simple, you know, nothing,
yeah.
nothing too
Clean.
difficult. Very clean.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? That's gonna be it. I do have other logos. I mean, when I was in politics, I had to start my own company because my friend who was running for assembly at the time, he said, Chuck, I'm not gonna hire you unless you create your own company. And his dad said the same thing. He said, we want you to work for us, but we're trying to help you here. And they did. And I created my own company, and it did pretty damn good during the times that I was in politics. And so I have another logo for Hess, and I don't use anymore because obviously I don't run Hess and Associates anymore. But you learn that once you hit something that's really good, save it. There's no need to change it.
Yeah.
You start changing. I mean, look at some of the companies out there who changed their logos. Where are they today? They're gone.
Yeah.
People love this swift steadiness, the secure rock foundation of your company or your who you are, that persona, that type of stuff. And they really, people while they like change, you don't have to change everything, for crying out loud. You could just
you don't have to reinvent the wheel,
buddy.
Yeah.
No. So I said, that's fine. I'm good. That's how I got my logo.
That's awesome. I think you kind of touched on the whole, and it's just fresh in my mind, right? Because I just rebranded it. It's not too crazy. It's just Greg, as most people call me, not official. But still kept the same font, still kept the same likeness of, again, how deep you want to get into the streaming journey. You just build a brand and how deep you want to get into it. You don't have to change your whole identity,
right?
You don't have to do anything.
Well, like the writing on all my stuff on my page, I actually like the Sea of Thieves script. So I actually went out and bought a commercial license and a lifetime license. So I can commercially produce that font anytime I want with my name and everything on it.
That's sick.
So
wow.
Yeah.
How much does one of those run you?
It did, believe it or not, it was only like $100 for both. Lifetime.
Oh, wow.
100?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Because the Sea of Thieves is a legitimate
It's made by a company. It was done by a company in, I want to say, Finland. And at the time, this is 4 years ago that I bought it, and they were the ones who made it for Rare, and so I got the license on it. So
that's pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, that's badass.
You gave me some kind of perspective on that, actually.
I literally feel like my dad just told me a story about something important that I need to learn about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sending you a message, and you have to teach me about this part of life that I don't know anything about.
Cool. That's cool.
It's badass.
There are things you can do. It's just a matter of being resourceful.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why people like me as an organizational manager or in my politics or as director of government affairs is I have the ability to be resourceful to get those things that we need to get the project done.
Yeah.
You're actually just a man of action, right?
Yeah, I am. I am when it comes to other people's important things. For me, I'm kind of for myself.
Chilling,
but
I
just chill, because I'll tell you why. I put way too much into the times and everything for everybody else, but I get burned out for when I have to do it for myself.
You want you want to take your time for the relaxation time instead of doing the slamming because you're already doing it on the outward.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, at one point I was working 3 jobs. I was a DJ. I had my own DJ company. I had my own firm, which was a political campaign and organizational management and even IT specialist.
Wow.
So I would go set up company networks. That's how one of my friends, the guy who wanted me to start my own company before he hired me as campaign manager, he said, you got to do this. You have way too much stuff going on that you shouldn't be in this. You should be. You'll make money. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah. And I did. In fact, his dad, who was selected by a former president to be the West Coast education secretary and turned it down, which was pretty amazing in my book. The guy's awesome. His name's Ted Dutton.
Ted, you just
his office.
Right.
Yeah, come get me. Wait a minute. Let me add this. Woohoo!
There you go.
Fuck, that's going on my screen deck. Sure, I'm saving that.
So, his company hired me. His main office hired me, and I set up his entire IT network. Right. So 3 years after I moved here, I get a phone call from that office, And I go, Ted wanted me to call you. And I'm all like, well, what's going on? You know, he said, Ted just wanted to say thank you. We just had another IT specialist in here. He says, your system's fine. There's no need to upgrade. That's 3 years after I installed it.
Damn.
He said, it's working fine. There's nothing wrong with it. He says, you gave it, whatever this guy did, he gave you the best system possible.
I got a couple questions still lined up, but I don't know. Did you have any, Cap, before I go into?
I'm actually just really enjoying this. Like, yeah, this is a really fucking nice conversation. I think this is going well. Yeah, keep going. Keep saying it. Like,
you know, I think you already provided like some sick insight for that commercial license. That was something new.
yeah.
Anything else? You know, you're talking about being resourcefulness or resourceful. Anything that you've kind of learned throughout your journey while streaming, tying in like your IT abilities, your sound engineering abilities? Like, have you? I don't know. Have you just found out anything new that maybe other streamers aren't doing?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what can you offer? So, like, I know in all of our journeys, like, we've had snafus, things that happen here and there. What can you offer to some of the people that are either starting or just kind of stuck? Like, where do you go with your resourcefulness, and like, how do we go further with that?
All right, let me take the first concept you said. If there's something out there that I would tell streamers to do, I would make sure you know who you are. Know who you are. Know where you stand on things. Be confident and firm to stand up for what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But understand also that this is a free country. You're allowed to think. Anybody should be allowed to think anything they want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's beautiful. Yeah.
That doesn't mean you automatically dislike somebody. That is one of the biggest problems in our own society. And as streamers, this is supposed to be fun. But you still have to know who you are.
Yeah.
You still have to know who you are. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to listen to other people. You know what I mean? Yes, sometimes things can bother you, but don't let it bother you so much you lose who you are.
Yeah.
Stand firm. Be a man, for crying out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not trying to be mean to some, but sometimes
I think people need to hear that though, right? They get lost in the noise.
100%. Yep.
I just see some people who, and look, let me. I'm going to give an example. I'm not giving any names.
Of course
like
not.
That, but
Yeah.
I watched a streamer for several years, and I can't watch that person anymore because I know for a fact deep down inside he doesn't respect himself. He doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't think about what he's really saying to his people or his community or his followers. And the negativity was too much. And I said, you know what? The guy seems like he's a nice guy, but I'm done.
Yeah.
I cannot sit there for 20, 30 minutes just trying to get into the stream. And it's all just constant negativity. And I can't do that.
Yeah.
And he would
drains that battery.
That
negativity drains your battery. Big time.
Listen, if you don't think energy vampire, watch this guy stream for 20 minutes. I mean, it's just
you get that shit sucked out of you so fast.
Yeah, it takes your energy, and you're trying to be nice to the guy because I'm fairly certain.
Say it.
No,
we can't name names.
No, we're not naming names. I wouldn't do number one, I wouldn't do that to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Dox him. I'm just joking.
Fucking do it.
I think the title for this podcast is definitely about doxing for sure.
Doxing. Yeah.
No. But I honestly believe if the guy had if he can just make that turn to where he realizes, he's got to focus this is also good advice for everybody too, because I've already said it. You've got to know who you are on the inside first.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you do is going to be based in your public persona on what you feel and truly feel. And what you know to be right. And you can't get that from anywhere else. Yes, you can take advice from your dad. You can learn from your dad. You can learn from your grandparents. You can learn from your friends. But you got to know where you stand on that and whether that information is genuine to yourself. And if you're not being genuine to yourself, you're not being genuine to your audience.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that guy could turn himself around. I really do. I think he's got the possibility of being a better streamer than what he is.
Do you think just because like you know you sniffed it out, right? You sniffed the BS in terms of like you know who he is, but the negative qualities and whatnot kind of affect you. Do you think like a normal viewer, besides consuming that, do you think a normal viewer can sniff that, or do you think
Greg, you were in my fucking head right now? And I love it. That was literally what was going on in my brain. Oh my god! Like,
yeah,
that was nice.
Well,
Nice.
because I've lost interest in streamers too.
Yeah,
I know they're a good person.
Yeah.
And again, you figure out that's not the content for me, and I don't know when they change for that, you know, ego or whatever. And so you could sniff it out real quick, but do you think like a normal core community member can sniff it out? Or they're too deep?
Because I don't think so, unless. But then again, that's why they turn them off so fast too, because they can't determine that. You see what I'm saying? They can't determine it. That's why I say you have to know who you are. You've got to be confident in yourself. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know where you're going. And don't, for the love of God, let me tell you something. If any guy out there, any woman out there is going to be a streamer, if you think you're going to fucking hit it overnight, fuck you. Go back into your closet and start pressing pants to go to work for the next day. Because you ain't making it as a streamer.
Fuck no.
I think people need a real. That's a maybe a pill that people need to swallow when they get new into it.
And let me tell you, it doesn't. Listen, I've been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long it took some of those streamers? 10 years to get where they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When
now
they take that snapshot of like that big time streamer.
Yeah.
They're missing the fucking 9 years that you didn't see that they were behind the scenes just making content, doing things over and over while nobody was watching.
Exactly.
Nobody saw that shit. Yeah.
And if you want the small
and
blips.
Also, if you're not willing to put the time in or put the effort in to do research, resourcing, and all this stuff to make your stream better, regardless of how small it is, then you should not be streaming. If you think you can go out and buy a webcam and a microphone and think you're going to stream, get the fuck off the block.
Yeah.
Because the ambulance is going to be coming for you because you're going to be laid waste in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And your precious, and don't get me wrong, your precious little feelings are going to be hurt, sweetheart. Because you are not the single piece of sugar that makes the whole bowl sweet.
Yeah. God, that was a nice fucking phrase. Liz, put it on a t-shirt. Bam.
T-shirt that. Man. No,
by the way, Cap, I get a percentage of that. I wrote it.
Absolutely.
Some royalties.
Absolutely.
That's right.
No, I think you bring up a great point though, and this is what happens when I got really new into the streaming space. I still do it time to time. I know Captain does it time to time. You know, you see something you like, you write it down. You know, early on, I checked my VODs. I just made sure, what's my audio sound like? What's my webcam? What angles do I want? You know, researching like that type of stuff. If you're not doing that as a streamer, old or new, you got to keep learning. The space is evolving and adapting. There's a lot of AI tools now. There's video editing. There's, you know, again, it's a hobby. If you want to make it a career, you got to put a lot of work into it.
Learning things. Do
you know how much it cost me for these fucking lights and the fucking poles and the goddamn cameras I have for the fucking diecast I do? I have damn mic. Hang on, I have a damn microscope here.
Oh my gosh!
I have spent over freaking $500 to try so I can show you guys when I'm looking at something in high detail that you'll be able to see it.
Could you let me borrow that so I could look at this in high detail? Because also it's 164.
Yeah. actually, Captain, I have 5 microscopes now.
God damn.
No, hold on. This is the other part I forgot to tell you. One of the things about being resourceful is knowing where you can go other than main retailers to buy things. I do auctions.
Yeah. I
literally
for me, but I just
go to the flea markets, go yard sailing, know what you're looking for. I wanted a microscope. My first microscope was $80. It was a scientific or it was a God, I can't remember the name now. Anyway, nonetheless, it was an inspection microscope for a business. I got it for
Oh, shit.
$80 from the state
wow.
of Indiana.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad.
Like in an auction,
Yeah.
they were just getting rid of the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were just getting rid of this stuff.
A lot of
And
stuff you can get
so,
good from the
You know,
state.
so you don't have to spend thousands. Don't get me wrong. I have on my computer. I have, but when it comes
Sure.
to the lighting, the microscope, the mixers, I have a mixer on my desk. I use an actual analog mixer so that I can mix it before I even get it into the computer, so that the computer resources aren't taken away for that.
Yeah.
I send in a single line and it's done, and I got 2 microphones and a sound generator on.
Wow.
You know, it's these little types of things that I did to make my stream better for my people.
Yeah.
You
And
know
I
what
think
mean?
it just depends on the content too, right? You know,
Yeah.
you're not necessarily, you know, if you're like super entertaining, you know, you don't really have to do too much. It's all about.
Greg's like, I don't have to do.
No,
shit,
no, no,
actually.
it's not-
Like,
No. When you got great hair like Greg,
Oh, okay.
and that great great personality,
ass fucking
he's
booty.
just
I
a
mean, what?
he's a sexy pickle.
But we're, you know, I think we keep drilling it in. It's brand identity. It's who you are as a person. I'm pretty as myself. I'm very open, and I'm like, hey, we can have this as genuine conversation, or we could talk about cum. I don't care.
But know where the line.
Oh, of course.
Ooh,
You gotta know where the line is.
I've had to put on the, to a lot of my core community. I'm like, hey, we can't have that in chat. I get it. I see what you're saying.
I get.
Can't do it.
I get what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
You gotta know where the line is.
Of course, but then people respect you, right?
Right. That as the career moved, so did like certain aspects of
Hey, Queen of
the way
Hearts, how
that
you
my
doing?
chat went. It was like, okay, you start with this, you're doing it, and then you're refining and you're refining and you're moving, and it doesn't change who I am. I still want to be that way. But know when somebody's talking about this and stuff, and you want to come in and just have your personality, you can't. You got to come in and interject and be a part of what's going on, and let's make it a thing. Because sometimes we got the look at me's where
true.
It's like
Oh
they
my
walk
God.
in and we'll be in the middle of like the most fucking serious conversation you've had, and they'll just be it'll be an out of pocket comment. And you're like, I get this. This would work in any other setting, but right now we're in the middle of some shit right now. Like, let's be a little just know when we're not there right now, and move the line as it flows in chat.
Yeah, you got
But
exactly.
know where
You
it
got it.
is.
Yeah, you got to know.
Mhm.
I mean, I get out there. For example, people love. They say that they love my rants, especially when I'm playing a game.
Not bad.
Which
They're
is
not bad.
which is fine.
They're very nice.
I love ranting.
Mhm.
You know, ranting is a good way to, and I'm relieving stress at that point when I'm having frustrations with the game, and I come up with some great sayings apparently.
Yeah.
And so I once, when I was playing Rust, have you ever played Rust?
A little bit.
I've watched the videos,
Okay.
not played.
Yeah, it's more watching than anything.
In this one
life. Nope. Not for
it's a
me.
survival game, right? So
Yeah.
you're supposed to take this axe that you've created and you're cutting down a tree. However, they put a red X on the tree and they move it every time you strike the damn thing. So I was so mad. I said, I'm going to put these fucking devs on an island, give them an axe. I'm going to walk around with a spray cannon. Every time they hit, we'll see how long it takes them to cut that fucking tree down.
Right. Hell yeah.
So, I know people like my rants, but even then even in some of those worst times, where I'm very frustrated and I've let a thing slip or two, but you know what? I still know where to draw the line.
Oh, of course.
And you got to know. So,
of course.
And know when to say sorry too. That's another thing I've learned is like,
exactly.
hey, I might have said something. I'm sorry. And I don't say sorry very often because I don't really fucking regret any of the things that I say.
Yeah.
I take something, we learn it, we learn and we move. But like, so when I apologize to you, it's a genuine apology. Something that's real.
Agreed. Absolutely. So
there's times we're fucking live.
Like a man, a man knows when he's done wrong, and if he's here, I'll give you an example. This happened when I was in the military in Germany. I was in a bar. It was the first couple of weeks I was stationed there, and this German guy close-fisted his girlfriend in front of me, hit her.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yikes, dude.
I've lost it. No, dude.
You only can open hand. No, I'm just
no.
kidding.
No, but that's, you know what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, wait, rewind? What?
So-
Okay, go on. We know where to draw the line. Just joking.
Right.
No, listen.
But you lost it. You
listen.
lost it.
I lost it. And I dragged him outside the bar, beat the hell out of him, and laid him down in the bushes and went in and finished my beer. Now, the next night, I'm sitting in the same bar and he comes in walking directly to me. And I'm thinking to myself, I have to beat this motherfucker again.
Yeah.
He says, "Sir, I'm sorry. I never should have hit my girlfriend. And you were right to do what you did to me."
Nice.
I shook that guy's hand, bought him a beer, and we talked.
See? That's good.
A man should know when to admit he's wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And stand up to it. I got more respect for that dude there. Than the guy who's streaming constant negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. So Greg cut it out. Fucking
Sorry.
Good vibes.
Hey, sometimes you
Only
need
good vibes.
the negative vibes to know the good vibes. I'm just joking.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen. You can have a negative day off.
Oh yeah.
Everybody goes through a bad period. That's where we have to be able to know our friends well enough to let them go have that moment because they need it. And if they need you to talk to, try and be there for them.
Yeah.
That's Greg. You've been talking about how when you can have a bad day at work, right? And then you come on stream and then they change it for you.
Oh
right?
yeah, and it's funny you're in my mind right now, but yeah, I was just going to bring that up.
You,
right?
dude, we're here.
Yeah, no, and I think it's important for streamers to, again, come off genuine, build that brand, have those, they're human. I'm gonna have off days. We're gonna have off days, and then if you build a community really well, they'll let you have that off day a little bit, and then they're gonna cheer you up, and then it's like it's just a mutual vibe. That's why I really enjoy streaming. It's just the community aspect. We're creating stuff, we're building stuff. Yeah, I'm piloting. I'm playing the game, but I don't know. It just feels like we're building stuff.
We're doing it together. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And there's been days where like I'll hit that button. Like we talk about you can have a bad day. You hit that button, you go live, and then everything starts getting better. There have been days where I've gone for 40 minutes and I said, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Oh, me too.
Everything pisses you off.
It happens.
Every fucking thing.
Yep.
And this is where, Chuck, when you're talking about don't bring that negativity. So we can talk about negativity. We can use it as a form of discussion. We don't bring negative energy to our own streams.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to be able to, if we're gonna channel that negative stuff, it has to be in a learning center or a way of some form of growth. If I'm just being a baby back bitch, I just need to get off live.
Yes.
And like there's
and you
been
need to know
times
when.
where
Right?
exactly. And as the years go on, that knowledge gets easier to understand.
Yep.
But in the beginning,
I
I didn't know when to quit. And I don't know about you guys, but like I've
gone through a couple days where I should have quit. Like really. And I was like, fuck, I made a really bad vibe that stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to me too.
That and bring that vibe back, so you keep going, but you keep digging the hole deeper.
Yep.
So it's like I'm just fucking funneling it right back onto myself. This shit is just going right onto me.
Yep.
And this is where you talked about community being important, and that's where I think that's the part that changes, where we all have communities of people who care about each other and they understand like, hey, you fucked up a day. It is what it is. Like, we don't have viewers. We have people that come in and they care and they do that kind of thing for us and allow us to be human. Whereas you get some of these other streamers that don't invest their time in their community or don't invest in time into building the other people and being a part of that. They're living a superficial, I am here and everyone else is here. Where mine goes like this: when I'm here, everyone else is here and they bring me back here.
Yeah.
And when I'm up here and some of the people are here, I pull them up to me.
That's what we should all be doing for each other. Yeah.
Right. Level that shit out as a team.
Yeah.
Because what's better than knowing you have support systems around you to keep some positivity rolling when you don't have it, and
Yep.
when you don't have it, you know when you don't have it.
Yeah.
And like, hey, I'm gonna fuck off today. I'm gonna go be a bitch in my own way, and then tomorrow I'm gonna hit it again. You know,
Yeah.
like so,
Absolutely.
Man, you kind of bridge the gap, because like a little bit in my real life during COVID, quarantine, whatever, I was in a pretty bad run with not good people, just we were doing bad things, and created like an environment where I didn't really have I didn't have a lot of safety nets with
yeah,
friends,
yeah, yeah,
like I do and I don't. And streaming really brought me, I think that's why I really love streaming, is because I've gotten to that point where there's a lot of good safety nets in my life where I can feel elevated and a little bit more chippier, I guess, in life. Because in my real life, I was lacking that, and now I think a lot of reasons why people come to my chat is so they can get elevated or match that vibe. And
right,
so,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
wow, you kind of like
But
connected that all at once for me, Cap. So thanks.
Hey, like I'm feeling it. So I'm
Yeah,
like, hell yeah,
yeah.
fuck yeah, that's good. Hell yeah, yeah. God, that's like, yo, it's such a fun thing to do when you're around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Streaming is such a fun thing to do. It's like you talked about being an extrovert, introvert, changing the way that you've been. Like, I know, Chuck, I know you've got certain things, your military time coming into the streaming world, having this new stuff. When you look at, so I was Navy, your Army,
Mhm.
right?
I
Bam.
played MW2, so I
Yep.
can kind of vibe with
So
this.
it's the same shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Same thing. when when you look at some of the good parts of the streaming world, do you see pieces of the good parts of the military? Because I see some camaraderie from
I,
what I've
I,
had
I,
without the
okay.
vulgarity, without some of
Yeah.
the.
Oh, I bet that was insane.
Yeah, that you know what? That's a hard thing to say because they are two entirely different worlds. I mean, it's absolutely two entirely different worlds. However, I will say this: the ones that I can really relate to are veterans streamers
Mm-hmm.
because there are things that we know we've done, we had to do, we had to take orders, we had to do the shit work, we had to do things that some of us can't even talk about. And so I have more rapport with that. As far as the camaraderie, it's all good brotherhood type stuff. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sisterhood, because there's some hot chicks there I like too. But
Mhm,
you know,
mhm, mhm. Me too, like Greg.
well, he's got that pickle after all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
and so yeah, there's a good. I can't compare it to the military by any stretch of the imagination. But as far as the camaraderie, yeah, it's to a point where, you know what, I can say something to Greg, and I'm not worried about, he's going to go running around. I
Right.
can say something to Geezer, which is Streamer Dad in your chat, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you about a couple of people: CaptShambles, Streamer Dad, and Fluff. These are probably my core guys that I've known the longest as far as hardcore streamers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we have all, in particular, at one time or another, either three of us together talking, two of us together talking, or, one-on-one, that kind of thing. I know that I can go and say what I need to say just to get it off my chest or to make a point or whatever. And they will listen and they will give good advice. They will be there and I can trust them.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And I think if we can have that type of community, because look how many streamers out there just eat each other's ass
Oh yeah.
for no fucking reason.
Tastes good.
What the hell? No. I mean, backbiting, bullshit, little high school cliche
I
bullshit.
love this shit.
Grow
Yeah, I
the
love
fuck
this shit.
up.
Yeah,
Say
boy.
that one more time. Say that
Grow,
one more time.
grow,
Yeah,
grow
boy.
the fuck up.
Yeah,
Really?
buddy.
This is what you think life is about?
Mhm.
Oh, he said this and he said that. Blah, blah, blah. Go fuck yourself. Grab your fucking testicle sack and pull the fucking balls out of your gut.
I love it.
I'm
Oh.
getting tired of it,
Ooh.
but I love hearing
Ooh,
that, Chuck. I love hearing that. And I'm gonna just promo, right? Because I mean, we're just fucking on the stream team. We're on the podcast. We're on, this community that we're slowly building in a very good aspect on Kick. And I think I'm gonna say we're probably one of the best stream teams on Kick, just because I don't see many stream teams.
I've been on a couple, and right now
Me too.
this is the happiest I've been with a stream team.
Yeah,
Easy all day, every day.
yeah. I think
absolutely.
it's the
I was big parts of a few,
Mhm.
and like, there is a feeling in the air, and I know we're all having different air, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm
There's a
farting.
feeling about this.
I was thinking the same thing, Greg. I
I
farted.
just shit myself. So perfect. I literally, like, with the Lurker Squad being on my third platform now, coming
Yeah.
over, a couple years here, a couple years there, coming here. I'll tell you right now, there's no fucking way I've ever felt more accepted than with how Fluff and everybody else has done it in
Absolutely.
this community. And the accepted part isn't just all it is like, it's just people who got hurt who want the same fucking thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of people who got fucked over
Yeah.
or just want good things for people. And for some of us who got fucked over, you sit there and you're like, hold on, wait a second.
Yeah, a little cautious.
Wait a tick.
Yeah.
And then you see it everywhere. Then you watch it everywhere. You watch it
Yeah.
everywhere. You watch every chat room you go into. You watch everybody doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the most
Mhm.
beautiful shit. It reinvigorated my faith in the fact that good people streaming can be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And like we've been talking about, Lurker Squad's gonna be on the front of that on Kick. I
Yeah.
fucking know it. It's gonna happen. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what every other people need to do to clickbait their fucking their streams
Mhm.
and whatever. When our name is attached to this, people know that they're around good people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing.
But
Personally.
also let me make this one point because I want to make it clear.
Yeah.
Is that there are actual streamers out there who fucking cause drama for the sake of causing drama.
Mhm.
Yep.
What
Mhm.
kind of fucking piss poor life did you have growing up that you want to fucking cause misery across the world?
No
Mhm.
love, for sure.
And I think a
You
lot
know
of
what
us
I mean?
can sniff that
If you-
BS, and I
if you don't-
haven't seen that.
Listen,
here,
if
but-
you don't, if
No.
you're having that much problem with your own life, stop watching.
Yeah.
Stop streaming, stop watching, because you got some soul searching to do.
Yeah. Find yourself. Back to where you said you gotta
Yeah.
find yourself.
Find yourself because you're spreading misery. I told Greg, and I hope you don't mind me saying this,
Go
Greg,
for it.
you
Go for
asked me that one time on the stream, and I said, I'm done with the world because I'm so tired of all these people with so many fucking problems out there. It's
Mhm.
we're becoming the crying towel world of hate.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Why? Because we're all sharing misery. Everyone has misery. We don't come together to share misery except for in times of personal issues when people need help. But if you're out there constantly sharing this horrible misery, you just want everybody else to be miserable.
Yep. Yep.
Why would you want that?
I
Mhm.
was having this exact so we took my mom to the airport this morning. My mom and dad came out and watched our kids. I was having this exact conversation with my mother about streaming and about how some people just pop around sharing their fucking pain. And
Yep.
I created a Twitch account that nobody knows. My wife doesn't even know the name of my Twitch account. Nobody knows it. It's my secret one. And I watched people hop from a chat room to each chat room. I had everybody's things open up and I watched when the attention took away
Oh.
from them, they moved to the next one and they said the same story. The
Mhm.
same story. So I adopted a motto in mind. We don't trauma trump here. We don't fucking who's worse than the other. Everyone's in pain. If you want to walk with me and we
Mhm.
can go through this healing and the work process together, we can continue on this conversation. If you want to come and trauma dump to me at 8 fucking 30 in the morning and then leave and hop into somebody else's chat and then trauma dump on them, you can go fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well,
Be somebody who wants, if you want to live in the work with me, we can pain is pain and I will work with your pain.
yeah.
Don't do it to hurt other people and to make everybody else miserable.
To your
Do
level.
it because you're reaching it right.
Yeah.
Do it because you're reaching out to people who can help you.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's the poor me philosophy, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I need
Yep.
attention. Here's my sad sack. Hey, everybody's got a sad sack story to tell.
Mhm.
My dad killed
Everywhere.
himself when I was 9. I was
Mhm.
born. I
God
was
damn it,
born.
Chuck.
I was born a bastard. Okay. You know, I've
Yeah.
had cancer. I've had Graves' disease. I'm still fucking here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why don't I
Push
focus
through.
on that?
Push through.
Why don't I
Right.
focus on
Mhm.
that? Instead, I can use those stories about my life earlier
Mhm.
and say,
Man.
you know what? I still came out. Look where I am today because I didn't let that bother me. My
Ooh,
dad
Yeah.
was in prison before he killed himself.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep.
Do you think that makes me who I am? Fuck no.
Yeah.
I went out and made myself.
That's good shit.
Dude.
Like that's
Holy shit! I
legit.
got just the energy from you, Chuck. Like,
Ooh.
you know, all your problems. You know, they're not. I mean, they are big at times, but now,
And I'm not gonna lie to you, it
You know?
hurts sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? That should give you the damn strength to go out and do better than they did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you
Keep
right
pushing.
now, in my family, I was the first one to buy a house at the age of 24. I was the first one of all my friends to buy a house at the age of
Mhm.
24. I was the first one married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First
Commitment.
one to have kids, serve in the military. I did a concert tour of Europe when I was 16.
Yeah.
I freaking, I did that.
Just everything.
Now, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. What I'm
No.
saying is I took the adversity or lived through the adversity
Mm-hmm.
to get to somewhere.
Yeah.
999 that shit.
And
Yeah.
everybody can do it.
Yeah.
You don't. I didn't need the act. I don't listen. And I'm not being.
No, go for it.
I'm
No,
not
you're
being
fine.
facetious. I don't
Oh,
need your
I love it.
accolades of me. I
Yeah.
don't need
Yeah.
it. I did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
I wanted to
Ooh.
sing. I wanted to be in politics. I got to work with Arnold Schwarzenegger's office for crying out loud when I was director of government affairs for a company in California in Anaheim. I wanted to be the guy who sang the national anthem in front of politicians. I wanted to be an actor. I did. I did a television show for 5 episodes. Okay, back in the fucking 90s.
I need to.
That did it never got on. I mean, it got on, but it was canceled real fast. But nonetheless,
Damn,
I
you got
wanted
canceled?
to do that.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. I got canceled.
Chuck got
so-
canceled, bro.
Fuck you.
But hold on. This is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I went out and climbed mountains with ropes and gear. I'm not talking walking uphill boot hiking. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about climbing fucking mountains. I did it. I went riding my motorcycle at 140 miles an hour on the German Autobahn
That's
because I
sick.
wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have the desire to do something, you're going to have the desire to die. Don't die, folks.
Chuck, you got me chills. Like, number one, I'm holding this pee in, so like I got chills, but like I got double chills now, dude.
He's hitting me so hard in the feels
Oh
right now.
my god, bro.
I'm telling. And you don't listen. Yeah,
Holy.
it's great to have fun. Trust me, it's great to be out there. It's great to party. I've been there. I did that. I've done some fucked up things in my life.
Sure thing.
But in the end, go do it for yourself.
Yeah.
If somebody says to you, like, if you're saying to me, Chuck, that sounds great, that makes me feel good. But that's not why I did it. I did it for me. I wanted to climb that mountain. I'm
Mhm.
telling you right now, when you're 150 feet up a straight fucking flat mountain with your fingers and your toes hanging on the side of a cliff, there's nothing. I'm telling you,
life,
there is
dude.
absolutely nothing else you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
It's
Puts a
you,
different
The
perspective.
fucking rock and God.
Mhm.
Because if you fall, and listen, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4". I was climbing mountains at 300 pounds, dude. I had to have two guys on belay because if I fell, one of them I would have
Ooh.
dragged off
You
the
would've took him.
ground. He'd have been up in the air,
You would've took him.
wishing for a parachute and a helicopter
Yeah.
drag.
Yeah.
I mean,
God
it's
damn.
crazy. But I did it.
Mhm.
It was me on that motorcycle. It was me on that stage. It was me in front of those people. I got pictures of me. I've met famous people. I did that because I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I think just to tie that in, man, right? And I think this is the episode title, just brand identity or identity of a streamer. You gotta don't stream for others. Stream for yourself.
Fuck yes.
Exactly.
don't-
Stream for yourself.
Don't Like, I understand people's perception of streaming, why they would get their, you would get into streaming initially. It's not like that. It's not. You
No.
got to do it for yourself, because
No.
if you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out if you're doing it for other reasons. You are.
That
There-
shit is, it's burnout, and the burnout
Look,
is so bad if you don't do it, or if you don't care about
Yes.
what you're doing for your shit.
Yep.
Then your burnout's going to be even worse than our burnout. Who people
Yep.
who we have an identity, we are doing what we're doing, and our burnout is fucking rough.
Yeah.
And when the burnout where you don't give a fuck about what you're doing, and you're just phoning it in every day,
Mhm.
god damn, I can't even imagine that amount of, oh, I played Warzone for this long, and then all of a sudden now it's not doing it for me. I can't even imagine that amount of burnout after playing one fucking game and building your entire identity off of one single thing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's crazy.
Like,
Listen,
I'm gonna be right back.
So Chuck, while we were in Vegas, right? So we went to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum.
Okay.
I love serial killer documentaries. I love paranormal stuff. I'm just a big fan of it all.
Wow.
So this is one you brought up something about, like, you were bringing up your accolades and challenging yourself and pushing through and stuff. So this brought this up. I am claustrophobic. I don't like the complete dark, and I have audio sensory issues like crazy, right?
Yeah.
There's this one moment where you're in the museum
Mm-hmm.
and you go through this, they do this exorcist thing. I'm trying not to say as much as I can't say, because we signed, like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about. Anyway, if you paid the pass to get to the next level, you could go through this tunnel. So in this tunnel, it's completely pitch black. There's nobody around you. You can't see or feel anything, just the walls and everything, and the ceiling. It's literally caved in.
Mm-hmm.
And right next to you is the actual exorcism that was happening. So this was one of those moments where, like, I easily would have walked out of this completely and just walked out the room. But I sat there and I went, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking do it and then deal with whatever happens later. I'm going through this fucking ton, like, and everything keeps getting smaller and smaller. And I'm 200 and something pounds now, 25, 30. Everything keeps getting smaller, but I have this, like, demon sound going through my ears. I'm going through this shit. I got out the end of it. The amount of good I felt just by doing this small win to challenge myself pushed past any of those issues that I had for that moment. So it's like, we put the obstacles in front of ourselves. So to bring this into streaming, we put the obstacles in front of ourselves. Now, some of the streamers go, I can go ahead and follow everybody else's lead and do what everybody else is doing, and because this is the blueprint of success, which is never the case.
Which is
We
a lie.
know it's a
That's an
complete
absolute
lie.
Yeah.
Or you go, I'm gonna put my own fucking barricades in front of myself. I'm gonna push past those on my own, and I'm gonna be a streamer that's true to myself and gonna keep pushing those issues and making it go further. And, like, that was something that, like, I took out of that, this whole, you have to be yourself. You have to continue, and you also have to challenge yourself, because you don't have a boss. You don't have a fucking floor manager. You don't have any of these people telling you what to do. You create your own career. You create your own path. And sometimes, when other people tell you, like, yo, you should do this and that, and, like, well, you should go on camera and pick up a microphone and try it for 8 hours a day.
Absolutely.
Because when when you do that, your mind changes slightly because you've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, is that and to be honest with you, that's true of anything. It's absolutely true of anything. I've taken advice in my life that wasn't very good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
And
for sure.
because I didn't have the experience, and I assumed that the person who was telling me knew what they were talking about, and then I found out they were full of shit.
Yeah.
So where you seek your counsel from is important, which is also why, again, you got to start in here. Let me give you the basis, guys. Let me give you the basis. There's two things in you.
Spit on it.
Good.
Sorry.
There's either good or there's evil. And you got to decide for yourself where you're going to stand.
Damn. That's bars right there.
You got to stand.
Like,
You have got to know where you're going to stand, because your life is going to be determined by what you choose.
Mhm.
And you will have great pain in both routes, but one will end in success because other people will enjoy you.
Yeah,
And once you choose it,
man, I
Oh,
love hearing this,
Chuck.
dude.
God damn, I
Put
feel
it
like
on
I'm
a
in a
t-shirt.
therapy session right now. Like,
Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
Which guy you in? Put it on a t-shirt.
Write that down.
Fuck.
Write that down. Damn, Chuck. No, that's honestly, bro. That's just the positivity right there in that message. And
listen,
I
listen,
really do appreciate these words, by the way, because
Yeah.
like they are hitting fucking
but see,
legitimately.
to be honest with you, I care way more than maybe I should sometimes. And I'm talking about everybody. I don't care
Mhm.
whose side you're on. I don't care what fucking color you are. I don't
Mhm.
care what you do. Yes, do I have disagreements with what people do? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a fucking free country. Go do what you want.
Mhm.
But if you're going to come to me, know that I'm going to tell you what I think.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go. Well, that's fair.
Don't be afraid to hear the other person's story either, because you'll learn from it for yourself, and it will either A, support your position, or B, maybe show some ability for you to show compassion to somebody else.
Mhm.
And regardless of
Yeah.
who they are,
Hell yeah.
showing just the minutest piece of compassion makes a difference.
I
Kindness
think
is free, baby.
I think you said it too, and I had this in my head, just the word fear. And this is in terms of life, streaming, and for new streamers, old streamers, what have you. It's the fear part, right? When you get into something, when you're doing it for yourself, you're scared of the perception of people, which I get that a lot when people are like, oh, I think I'm gonna get into streaming, but I just don't want people to think about this about me. I'm like, well, that's fear. Who cares? That's, you do it for you. You know who you are.
Right.
That's
Right?
doubt, man. That's an internal battle for yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I say once you have looked inside yourself and chosen one of those two paths, one produces fear, one shuns fear.
Yeah.
Absolutely sheds it.
Yeah.
If you choose that right path, you will not have fear.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. That hit fucking.
You will
I'm
not
okay.
have
I don't
fear.
want to fuck you. I'm all right. Thank you.
Don't lie to everybody, Greg.
Not in front of all of our friends.
Right. Not all friends.
Yeah, when you get into this journey, man, like you know, in terms of, you know, being on stage on 16, or climbing a mountain, or streaming, or, you know, making music in front of people or something. I mean, I know I did like two extremes in streaming, but like
no.
Oh, okay.
I was just about to say streaming, dude. I gotta be honest with you.
Go for it.
No fear. No fear.
Yeah.
I am who I am. You like me? Great.
Yeah.
If not, you got. Let me tell you, there are hundreds of thousands of streamers around the world. Go find another one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like me? There's somebody else you can move on to.
People need to know too that whatever you produce, whatever you throw out, you will get. If you're not putting in a lot of work, you're not going to get a lot. And if you are putting in a lot of work, you might have to change. You might just have to change your game plan a little bit. You don't change who you are, just change what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
Sometimes don't be afraid to take a break either.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You got to understand that this is, how do I say this? When you put yourself out as somebody who is a singular focus, when you're in a work job, say you're working, like for example, I worked on trailers once in my life as in a fuel line at a trucking company. I'm not putting myself out there, so it does not require as much energy internally to do the job. I know what my job is. I can do it. I can function. I can get it done. I can go enjoy myself. Streaming, on the other hand, you're putting yourself out there. There's much more that you have to emotionally, physically, and personally invest. So it becomes very tiring. Don't be afraid to take some time off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter really how long it took. I've taken a couple months off sometimes because I have to step away, get back to the basics, go back again in here.
Yeah.
Because it's right here, folks. It's your heart. if you're
Little to the left,
if you're
Chuck.
not
Just a
taking
little
care
bit.
of this thing, no, it's not. I've done autopsies for crying out loud.
This guy can do
Greg.
everything.
Greg.
Just a
You
tiny, just a
know,
little to the
okay,
left, just a tiny bit. a little bit.
Okay, listen. Like I said, I've worked several jobs at the
Uh-huh.
same time. One of the jobs was I was a pathology assistant.
That's cool.
I used to have to cut open dead bodies.
Damn, bro. What can you not do?
You want to know what I can't do?
Poop out of your mouth.
I am not Eric Cartman.
You're
can't
not?
shit out of your mouth, I promise.
I am not Eric Cartman. Artish, how you doing, buddy?
Damn.
I'm telling you, man. It's just so I don't know. Again, I wouldn't be like this if I didn't know who I was inside.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, man, I just like you, Chuck. Very respectful. You know, you say whatever you say, and like, there's things where I could disagree, but I know who you are.
Yep,
and that's respectable.
And that's how you
that's
how you create real friends.
Yeah, I think that's
they
the
know who you are. Yet you still have that desire to be their friend.
Yeah,
I mean, I got guys.
The scariest thing for me is when you have an echo chamber of people. Right?
Oh God, yeah.
So that's my biggest fear. Like we have it in every type of community, some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
The most beautiful conversation I have, like I got beloved in my chat right now, or somewhere, right?
Somewhere in these chats.
We hit all these chats.
Hey, Dave.
Beloved and I, like we disagree a bunch about stuff, but the way that she talks about things and stuff, there's such a respect level that she can make me help have the understanding of all the other stuff. My friendships with people who disagree me are so much more than my friendships with people who just agree with the shit that I say. Because I know you're fucking with me. I know you're bullshitting me right now. Like, listen, there's no fucking way that you're gonna agree with all the way that I am. There's no way. It's just not a possibility, especially as opinionated as I am. Like,
exactly. If you're in a place where you find everybody is thinking exactly like you, run.
That's
run
scary,
the fuck
by the way.
fast. Run the fuck far away.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
You're going to be drinking Kool-Aid real soon.
Yeah.
No, for those of you out here who don't know where that came from, that comes from 1979 French Guiana in a cult called the David
Duchovny?
No. The Jones Death Cult. Look it up in French Guiana. Where how many people?
Was it 500?
It was 900 plus. Yeah,
pretty wild too to like sit,
learn history, folks,
and like wait for this cup to be passed, right? And like, all right, guys. Let's have fun.
Lined up. They
lined up.
Yeah.
And that it's remarkable.
Even like lines anyways. Like I'm not lining up for death. You know?
It's just remarkable what humans will do.
Oh damn! How long is it gonna take me to die?
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. We know it's not your fault. We'll still take your sponsorship. It's not.
Yeah, please. This podcast needs sponsorships, guys. Please.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
We're gonna do a little promo. Subscribe to the YouTube. Please, we're gonna try to get this monetized.
Please subscribe to my channel.
Yes, and Chuck. GoodVibesGreg, KaptainKoolWhip, everybody.
Absolutely.
KaptainKoolWhip.
Yeah.
Greg. I don't know, man. It's just I'm so glad. I'll tell you this. Like I said, I honestly believe your squad is probably the best stream team I've ever been.
Yeah. Man, you're in my head. I wanted to segue into LS
and
again.
There are and Fluff starting it up and Greg, you doing it as well, the founders. You know, I think it's fantastic. Fluff, I like Fluff. I've known Fluff.
Yeah.
God, 3-4 years now. And I know that's not a long time because I've known. You know what? Fluff is who Fluff is, you know, and we disagree on things, but man, I can go to him. He can come to me. Same thing with Geezer, man. And his name on here is Streamer Dad. So go make sure you check him out too, dude. He and I have had some really great conversations, dude. I respect the hell out. We're 180 degrees on certain things, but you know what? We can talk to each other about it. I love that guy, man. I wish we were closer so that we could go out and grab a beer and pizza. I wish we all were. I wish we all were closer to go out and grab a beer and pizza.
Sounds
I
like
think
fun,
about
man.
this shit all the time. Like I literally I'm like, I hate going out in public, but I'd go out in public with these motherfuckers for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
You know, there's guys out there. Geez, like cheesy jokes. I just noticed in the
Jesus,
in the
fucking
chat,
big
man.
wins.
He's probably the closest to me. Denny's the next closest to me, and then Geezer Dad would be the next closest, and then Fluff would be the next closest.
we're
And of
going-
course, you're on the West Coast.
I know, dude. I'm the weird one out.
And-
I can never meet cool West Coast streamers. I meet everybody, my demographic. It's just all East Coast. It's gotta be like 90% East Coast. You guys are cool. I'm not gonna say you're the best coast, but hey, I would move. I would move.
It's like if there's anybody got openings, I would get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I was
got a house.
born and raised in Los Angeles. So
Okay.
What?
I miss. Let me tell you something. The heyday of California was 70s and 80s, late 60s, all the way through 70s, through about mid to late 80s.
Chuck, you're going into where we weren't even twinkles in Daddy's eyes at this point.
Honestly, dude.
That's right. Well, let me tell you, as Geezer often reminds me that Medusa and I did not sleep in the same bed.
That's pretty good. That's a good joke.
What
are your thoughts on apple pie? What are your thoughts on
Oh, are we referring to a particular rant I went on?
So. Yeah, yeah, dude.
Okay.
I want to hear about apple pie.
Oh yeah. Cool. It was gone for that.
Bring me in.
Also, to catch, and this is going to be another promo just because we're on the podcast. We're on Lurker Squad. Guys, subscribe. We're doing weekly highlights and clips. Chuck, that clip didn't make it, but it's a pretty good clip that you have. And you could go on and discuss about apple pie.
I was playing a game, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people on there I don't like it, and they're known as hackers and cheaters. And so I said, you're probably one of those guys who fucks an apple pie because your mother would porn with you.
Dude, Chuck goes in, bro.
Chuck don't give a fuck.
They're witty.
I love it. Like, I thought I didn't give a fuck. Chuck don't give a fuck.
No.
Like,
Dude, listen. Let me tell you what. Listen, I've had
life for real.
Okay, this is a true story. This is a true story. And I'm telling you, this is how much I can control myself. I was talking to a congressman about a particular bill in Washington. And we were in California, I think Palm Springs or somewhere around there. I don't remember. It was somewhere around there. And this congressman was kind of a friend of mine, but, you know, he's an older gentleman at the time. And I said, why don't you get there and start discussing this in this, and this, and this? And I'm bringing up points and points. And he's all, Chuck, you don't understand. It's kind of like a dance. And I looked him dead in the eye. I said, you're dancing with the devil? And he stood straight up and walked away from me. He had nothing more to say to me, and I had nothing more to say to him. And I'm telling you, I don't give a Republican or a Democrat, and I've been a lifelong Republican. These motherfuckers in Washington do not care about you. They do not care about you. What they care about is the goddamn lobbyists, big pharma, media, and all their little pretty boys sitting on the side. That's all they care about, there.
I need to be a pretty boy. Fuck. I'm in the wrong career, guys. No.
Listen.
I mean, you're spitting facts.
I have seen good people, and I've worked on one of their campaigns, and I've seen them turn. And I just was like, you know,
it's a shame.
It's terrible. You look at these guys. These guys in Washington are pulling down $174,000 a year. I'm making 14 fucking grand as a disabled vet. Fuck you.
Right.
Don't tell me I got it good. Well, you're sitting on 174 grand, a 750 day per diem for your fucking vehicles, and every time per
diem's a fucking paycheck for a week for people.
And every time they get reelected, they get a brand new retirement package. So say I go to Congress for 4 years, I get a $60,000 a year retirement package, which is $4 grand a month. So say I win another term, I get another 60 grand package.
So 8 grand. Wow, I never even knew that. Holy.
Fuck me either.
Learn that shit.
Where does it
folks.
come from?
Yeah, it comes from my fucking wallet. Look at my ass.
Right.
Man,
Well, I mean,
you
don't
know,
don't threaten me with a good time.
yeah, you
but
know what I mean. But I
Like,
mean,
god damn.
hold on. This is the good
Good
spot for it.
segue.
Turtle it, daddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Can someone glib that real quick? Can someone glib that? Yeah, man. I knew
But they
this.
don't.
No, I was
They
gonna say
don't care about you.
no. I knew this episode was gonna be good, bro, because we're gonna be talking about a lot of different topics. Very big perspective on things of life, Chuck. And
And I didn't mean to take it to politics.
no, of course not. To be honest, we all kind of knew.
Yeah.
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 'Cause
Like, listen,
yeah.
I'm a libertarian at heart, so like, I don't fuck with either side. I just like, I love discussing stuff that
Yeah.
bad things are like. Things are happening. People need to know that things are happening.
Yep.
Having conversation about it.
Yeah.
What bad does that do?
We
It
need
does
it.
nothing bad.
Well, that's
It
the
needs to
Mhm.
happen. People who can conversate need to be able to conversate about things
And we just need to talk
in an
through it.
adult
Yeah.
But that's what's really sad about that. There was a time, and I'm going to go back before you guys were born, and I was just a young man.
Mhm.
There was a time
1923?
where
Or what
no,
year are we going here?
it would be 72. It would be 7200 BC.
Fuck, he hit the BC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy.
It was me and Genghis Khan.
Oh wow. Did
No.
you no, anyway. We don't have to go into that history.
No, he gave me his daughter.
No,
But anyway,
W.
I took his wife. No, I'm just kidding. So you can still have fun and be a Republican, right?
Mhm.
So, or was my point? My point was, I'm going to take you back to before you guys were born, and there was a time where both sides, in fact, all sides, Libertarian, Independent, Republican, Democrats, they all knew what this country was about, and that's what we're talking about right here. Is that you do your thing, I do my thing. We can agree, let's agree. But the main thing we can agree is that and I will tell you, the last Democrat that I could probably trust was Hubert Humphrey. And if you don't know who he is, go look. And if you don't know,
let's look him up really quick because
look up Hubert Humphrey. Ran for president, 1968 or 72. Right?
Okay.
I can't remember. You know, these people used to get together all the time and be real humans. You see them go look at programs with them on either, you know, some of the news shows or even some of the fun shows. And this is one in particular I'm talking about, but Dean Martin's Variety Hour.
No.
It's roasts.
Oh shit, yeah.
Dude, I mean, Hubert Humphrey and Barry Goldwater having fun together, and they were good friends. But now, my God, these people,
yeah.
The only way these people come together is if the lobbyists are handing out the $10,000 dole.
Yeah,
that's the only time they come together.
It's really pitiful.
They can't any of the sides. They can't respect each other for to save their foot.
Yeah,
facts.
And all we do is get Trump. I hate to take that back there. All we do is Trump. All we do is get tromped on. We get stomped on, trampled.
That was pretty good, actually.
You know,
that was actually not bad.
That was a nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there. The point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, guys, we are all the same. We're not different.
Yeah.
I'll cut my hand. You cut your hand. What color do we bleed?
Purple.
Red.
Hopefully.
Fuck.
Did you say bread?
Well, some of them bleed green, and I'd watch out for this.
Yeah, no, kill those guys.
I'd really watch
in
out
Minecraft.
But yeah, Minecraft. But you know what? We're all the same. Stop hating each other. Stop it.
I think
stop it.
Just a segue, right? To just again go into we're everywhere, right? It just streamers build each other up.
Yep.
You know, you see something, have a good discussion. Don't have a high ego, right? We're all trying to build something cool. You got a cool ass community. I got a cool ass community. I'm trying to build a community. I don't have a community. Like, don't feel envious. We're all the same. Just come off cool, collected, talk like a human.
No, just be yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Don't put on a okay. I totally get where we started with, you know, if you want to start, Captain said you be a Persona 5. That's not where I would say to somebody. I would say be true to who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you think is gonna be enjoyable for you, and make it worthwhile streaming. Otherwise, it's just another 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Right.
And you don't want to be trapped in a 9 to 5 again, because you're going to be burnt out. Same old, same old. You already know. Everyone's tired. Everyone's exhausted. That's another thing too. Don't treat your community in a negative way, because they're trying to find a place to escape. They want.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of them come for escape. That's why they like the diecast so much.
Mm-hmm. They want
to. Why? And
yeah.
Fluff, dude, poor Fluff, man. That guy's been begging me. I need another diecast.
Do it.
So Fluff,
do it.
Fluff, I do promise for you. In fact, I will show you, Fluff.
It's so cool that I never knew that. Honestly, it's so cool.
I know, it's a super badass little like, I dig that shit.
Fluff, I got these things for you. Okay, I'm not giving them to you. I'm for the stream for. We're gonna put together an M2 machines. Hang on, there we go. An M2 machines blazer, which is a small model kit. And then what we're really gonna do is we're gonna turn this lowrider into a regular rider by switching the bases and wheels.
That's sick.
Oh yeah.
And I'll teach you how to do that. I'll teach you what parts you need to do. Tools, I should say. Parts right here in these packs.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought that just for Fluff.
When you thinking about doing that type of stream?
As soon as I get the microscope off the desk. This thing's heavy, man. This thing's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
And don't worry, man. Have fun with it. For my God. Everybody. You know what's really great? Back in the day, we gosh darn it. Sometimes you just get stuck with words that you just can't remember.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not. It's not because I'm old.
No, I have that. It's because of psychedelics.
Like all the time. Literally, a whole sentence will just disappear, and I just said it in my own head.
Exactly,
100%.
What I got just moment.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck you. I love it. Let me tell you something. Geezer is one of the best people out there, dudes. I'm serious. Please go watch him when he's on. He doesn't stream much because he's got a full-time job, but when he watches,
absolutely
go. The guy knows his stuff. I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot from Shambles, and I'm learning a lot. The main point, or the point I forgot that I just forgot again. Yeah. Oh yes.
Okay, go.
Exactly.
Yo, switching from streamer Chuck to like I'm a guest on a podcast, Chuck. This has been the most enjoyable time I've ever seen.
It's the point I'm trying to make is, look, we all got little, and sometimes, remember, I don't know how much it happened, but back in the day, we used to call each other names, and everybody knew at that point you were friends.
Yeah, like big stupid.
Here's one. I'll give you even a better story.
I think times 10 on captains, but yeah, dude, yeah.
I'll give you a better story. This happened back in 1977, 1978. I was in junior high school.
But I'm listening. All right, just letting you know.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna make you laugh and make you pee all over yourself.
Absolutely, but it's upstairs bathroom.
Is this guy okay?
Don't trickle down the stairs. So. And we weren't really that good of friends, right? So one day his locker was broken into, and I didn't know about it. And I'm standing in the lunch line, and he has the top hat, like what's that top hat? Some story like Dickens or some.
Oh, okay.
Alice in Wonderland shit, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, "Funny hat," and this guy punched me and broke my nose. Sucker punched me and broke my nose, and I turned away as blood was gushing down my shirt, ruined purple shirt.
Oh.
And I turned back and he was gone. And so I exit the lunchroom, and I'm bleeding all profusely all the place. And he's all, "You deserve that." I'm all, "Don't worry, you'll get yours."
Yeah.
I didn't see that guy until the end of high school. This guy would avoid me.
No shit.
And you know what? We're friends today.
Yeah.
You know, once I found out what had happened to him, and he really was sorry. You know, we're friends.
I still would have got him. maybe not in high school, but then when you became friends and it was like 45, I would have just nut sacked him.
Honestly, I would have like flowered my hand.
I hope you remember
or something.
No.
You still got time, Chuck. Like you
it's
still
still be fucking funny, dude.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No.
No, but sometimes men used to come together with severe hate for each other, beat the shit out of each other. Next thing you know, they were friends because they had fought, because they had the interaction. Today we're not like that. Don't be afraid. And I'm not saying go out and beat the fuck out of somebody. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, that's how I make friends.
What I'm saying is you might find the person.
Literally gonna say, Chuck, you want to fight me or what? Because I'll do it. Like we'll just be
friends. Let's do it, man. Like, we're friends now. We'll fight it out just for fun. But the point is you might find a really good friend through disagreements.
Yeah.
Because
I have found the most that way, actually.
Exactly, because you know where each other stand. And don't and this all relates, everything we said relates to streaming. It really does. Because streaming is a job. A job is what you do. A job should be enjoyed. And a job you should be able to make friends at.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
I can agree with that.
Don't be afraid.
It's really nice.
I streaming, I've met, listen, this is going to be truth. And just because I want to open up a little bit,
sure.
I don't go anywhere. I really don't anymore. I live out in the country. I don't have any friends who come over. This opportunity that I've set up for myself here allows me to get out, allows me to meet people, and allows me to have good friends. Now, does that mean I don't want you to come over here for a barbecue? No, I want you all over here next year, June.
All right.
I will fuck with
now let's meet up.
We should totally set it up and we should do it but nonetheless, streaming has given me the opportunity to have good friends. I mean, I can tell you right now that I have a minimum of a dozen good friends on here, including you two.
Fuck yeah.
I'm touched. Thank
you. Know what I'm saying? I seriously, we haven't known each other that long, but I do remember, Captain, when you did the Dr. Disrespect thing. I do remember
Hell yeah.
But God, Denny, man, dude, Denny and I get along so fucking
Denny's
well.
a W,
dude.
bro.
Denny's a fucking W. And let me tell you, dude, that guy has talent. Oh, that's the other thing I want to mention too before we get away.
Yeah, go for it.
There are people out there with true talent, and don't be afraid to go check out other people's streams, because you may not spend every hour of the day with every streamer anyway. You'll have your core streamer that you hang out with, folks. But as watchers of streamers, go check out other streamers, because you will find gems in the rough and in the hay, like Denny.
Dude,
he was
pretty rough to watch.
I had no freaking idea how talented he is in graphic artistry.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
He's literally he fat boots me, but he's a virtual barber in some ways. He's amazing.
Dude, and anybody with a 3-foot cutout of Hasbullah behind him is my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I literally messaged Denny today at 11. Chuck, I said, I'm proud as fuck of you for branching out like that. It's wild to see the impact it can have, and you're super talented.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. People love that shit.
Dude, he's going someplace.
That's the thing, is watching the beauty and the art that happens from like your homies and seeing them succeed. Like it genuinely makes my chest feel better.
Absolutely.
Like, I literally, I see the good things that people are doing, and I'm like, fuck, God, that's so nice to see that shit.
It kind of uplifts you too, right? Like as a team, like
Denny. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh shit, we're motivated. That's why when you look in yourself and you know which side you're going to take, good or evil, you can go and you can follow somebody, and you get to help in that joy. You get to be a part of that.
Yeah, the journey.
There's also somebody else I want you to keep an eye on. I want you to keep an eye on Artist Carter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking about him.
Me and my wife fucked Artist Carter, so like we're good.
Dude,
like we're watching.
Artist Carter too, dude.
I haven't done that
Watch
yet.
that guy.
My wife and I, my bad. I apologize. I fucked up the order of that.
No, don't worry.
My wife and I fucked Artist Carter.
She's a cutie.
That's funny, dude. That's funny, bro. Oh my
she's
God.
a cutie, dude. And
Thanks,
I'm
bro.
saying that man to man, you got a pretty wife, but
Absolutely.
I'm telling you
appreciate that.
straight up, dude, artist rocks, man. Dude, that
Yeah.
guy's freaking he's got some character to him.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big ups.
Artist Carter, I love you, brother, man. I'm just happy I know you.
What do you mean by
And
brother?
I'm happy for you.
I'm just
too.
joking.
Right. Is that like,
Brother?
what do you mean by
Hey,
brother?
brothers. We are brothers,
Brothers, man.
We're
Brothers.
all here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Artist Carter.
Well,
hit
you know.
hit us with an out of pocket question.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit us with there you go. That's a great time.
I think,
Hit us with an out of
What's
pocket.
an out of pocket question time?
Let's close the podcast with an out of pocket opinion.
Hell yeah.
Out of pocket, man.
Yeah. Out of pocket
telling
question
you.
for Chuck.
That's a good end for the fucking podcast.
That's good
right?
end. That's a good end. Give it to us, Carter.
I cannot wait. Like,
There's gonna be some fun editing. Yeah, this is definitely
freaking out
good.
right now. He's walking around his house like,
This
I
is
don't
good.
know. I wasn't ready for this right now.
I know, dude. He's sweating. T also has one, which she's part of my community. How many? We're not gonna go into that. T, thank you.
How many ropes?
Could-
It depends. Hold on.
Okay.
I got the answer. I got the answer. Is the rope for me or you?
It's gonna be a rope for T or the lady. We're not gonna go in. We'll do this after podcast. This is getting too hot for YouTube.
Yeah, that's that.
Is Mark here? Mark is not here, but he will be watching this podcast. Ooh, this is a good. Actually, this would be a great way to end it. Yeah. What would be a good guess for episode 5?
Ooh, like
Could
who?
be. Yeah. My idea too for outreach for podcasts, right? Would be anybody outside of LS or anybody within LS. But who would you like to see, or maybe top 3 for episode 5?
Wait, who you asking?
To Chuck. To Chuck.
Oh, to me. Oh, shit. I thought you were asking chat. I'm sitting there going.
No, I'm reading chat as well, and then I'm like, is Chuck thinking? Is Captain? What's going on?
No,
well, we haven't had Denny. We should have Denny.
I would say definitely Denny's on the list. Carter's on the list, and then I would seek somebody outside LS for that third one.
The third one. Denny would be great.
I personally think we bring back Terry for the next one.
Terry,
Yeah.
like having a person who doesn't stream.
Yeah, so Chuck, Terry, she co-streams with me on like weekends and like for a couple hours during each day of like the week. So she's not like streamer, but in everybody's shit and part of LS and still doing all the things. And I think having the perspective of somebody who doesn't do this she still puts the same amount of effort into when she streams with me and then does her job.
Yeah.
I think it's just something where it's a perspective that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
And
Well,
she's
that's
way
why.
better looking than even you, Chuck, and you're just gorgeous. So.
Listen, I'm not gorgeous.
Listen,
I'm glad you said it.
I have my own opinion, okay, Chuck?
Just shut up and listen, sweetheart.
Say it.
Because if you get enough alcohol in you, I could be your greatest dream.
Ooh,
can someone clip that?
Now hold on, because now listen to this one. Now listen to this one. Now listen. I can do an Irish accent to it. Don't mean I'm Irish.
Damn. You hit me with like almost a different language, but that was in English.
Yeah. It took me 1 second to bring it back to reread it in my head.
Oh, that's another good idea too for Carter. Y'all should get a viewer on the LS podcast so we get an outside view. That'd be kind of cool too.
That's really kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Good idea.
If we ever do the Terry, I would love to invite Sitchwells, and he hardly ever streams, but is always co-hosting my stream. If that makes sense.
Let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
That would be an idea.
Let's do that. We'll have a double whammy. Or do you want to do 2 separate ones, or you want to do a double whammy?
I think a double would be kind of fun. And it would be like
fat-headed noob would be a great. Oh, Fluff, that's a great. Fat-headed noob would be a good one too.
Oh, yeah.
Serious good insight into the streaming world. Fat-headed noob. But let me leave you
Fluff. Yeah.
let me leave you this one thing, and you
Yeah.
want to know that we all go through strife. I'll tell you. In 1981, I was doing a concert tour of Europe, and I was in Dublin, Ireland. And this was at the time, it was 11 days, a few days after Bobby Sands had died. Just died of 1,100 hunger because he was a part of the IRA and they were fighting. North Ireland was fighting South Ireland.
Oh, gotcha.
But that's not the important thing here. The thing is that
South
I saw that there was strife big time in the world. And that's when 5,000 people walked by us dead silent in honor of Bobby Sands. And let me tell you something, folks. If you can, get out there and spend a week in another country, 2 weeks in another country. Because when you come back here, you're going to appreciate what you got.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Right? Look, Captain, where were you stationed?
Little Creek, Virginia.
You never went overseas?
I did, for sure.
Where to, sir?
The Middle East, Saudi
Okay.
Arabia, Dubai.
So, but now,
Yeah.
but when you came back, you understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. You couldn't even walk on the same side of the road as the mosque on or you get shot.
Shit.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, legit. Like, you couldn't even...
Legit.
Yeah.
The amount of different rules that people have to deal with that involve death or other things, it's not fun. That's where you go, yeah, we got it bad, but not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, people just got to be, what would be the word?
Appreciative?
Appreciative.
Appreciative.
Humbled.
Appreciate what you got. Dude,
Yeah.
there are people in
Humbled,
the world.
humbled. I like that.
They
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Listen, I can take my fat ass in my truck, drive 7 miles to town and buy a fucking ding dong in a fucking convenience store. There are people in the world that can't even freaking go 20 miles to get something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
And they have to walk to do it.
We kind of got spawned in the correct spawning zone with some good passives,
No shit.
some good
Like,
abilities.
Yeah, for real.
Like our talent trees are kind of stacked already. Like people, I'm gonna always convert it into
I love that.
stream and game and people got to know, and everyone's cards are stacked against them. You just got to know how to play them right, or wait, or be patient. Don't
That's
feel
right.
envious. People got it better. People got it worse.
People got it better. People got it worse everywhere. But still, I gotta say, we do. America, it does have it a little bit better than a good portion of the world.
Yeah.
That we do.
Yep.
And love, and guys, once again, do this for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself, because if you're not happy here, you're not going to be happy streaming either.
Mm-hmm.